iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz.
I just know I wanted to do theater. Like from the first moment I started acting, I was like, because I had already, previous to me acting, I already loved going to theater. And, I did some theater like when I was young, school plays. And unfortunately, my mother she didn't give me too many compliments from when she came to see me in a play. So I kind of went on another route. But that being said, fast forward to me figuring out, like talking to my team, like, man, I want to do some theater. This opportunity came up to be a part of Between Riverside and Crazy. But it was like the opportunity came, but it wasn't like I fully had the job. It was one of those situations where like they're considering you and interested in you. You got to meet. And once I met Stephen Adley Gidges, he was like, I like you, but you got to audition. So I auditioned, and then I was excited about the audition, and audition went great. And I was like, I hope I get this role, because I auditioned just working with Stephen Adley Gidges, even on Zoom, and working with Rosal Cologne was like, oh man, I want to be a part of this.
It's surreal. It's thrilling. It is. I have an immense sense of gratitude because this story is so necessary, and I just feel honored to be a part of telling it, and to still be a part of it, and to grow with the play after so many years, and to make all these new discoveries. It's wild that you can still mine new things from something that you've done so many times.
It's overwhelming and surreal. We didn't think it was going to happen because of COVID, and to be back here with a play that I love, my Broadway debut, is I still can't believe it.
7 years is a long time, and I just feel that we're different people now. I mean, not of course what goes on personally in your own life, but also what has going on in our world. I mean, my goodness. So we have different things to pull from. So I just think that it will be deeper. You grow as a human being, hopefully, right? And so I think that the characters will be richer and deeper.
My son told me when I said, I don't know if I need to go back and do that, Jamal, because, it was such a wonderful experience. Maybe I should leave it alone. He said, Dad, are you crazy? You got this part, and it's a wonderful play. And Stephen, and the cast is coming back and everything. How could you? And I said, well, I care so much. You see, it's not fear, it's care that makes you say, I want to make sure I can give it, And I got there the first day to see all those faces, because, you don't have very many revivals where you got the original cast. And all except Rashid, we were all there, and he is bringing so much. He's helping make this not something from before. We're not doing the same production. We're doing the same play. We're not doing the same production. And so, and I have to say, wonderful director, who really does know how to make you feel new about it, and revisit it and question you and dare you say, did you really know this or that? So we're learning things about this wonderful play that Stephen wrote. It's just a joy.
We have so far to grow, in terms of these issues that people are struggling with: gentrification, police brutality, individuals. How do we come to terms and recognize the grace that we need wherever we fall on the social, spectrum? We all need grace, and we all need to see the humanity in each other. So having the opportunity to explore and go deeper and laugh through it is a gift. Stephen is my favorite living playwright.
Austin's incredible. I mean, he is the epitome of New York theater. I mean, you can't get anybody who's more knowledgeable than Austin. He knows everyone, and he tells us stories about Anne Bancroft and Lillian Hellman, and just like all, he's a walking theater history book, and he's so open to what you're going through as a character or as a actor, or he's just so open for input, and Yeah, you're just not. He makes a safe space.
I've always loved his work. I've always said, my gosh, how like natural he is, how funny, his timing is amazing as an actor. And I've had many friends through the years who have worked with him that he's directed, and they all said, "Oh, you're gonna love working with Austin." I love it. I think he's great. He tries to, he pulls out the best that you have to offer, and if you're stuck, you talk to him, and he helps you work it out. I love working with Austin.
Oh, it's unavoidable. No, no. I I absolutely adore Austin, and I say that without any reservation. And he's helped me every time I've been in trouble. He's helped me every time. And in fact, he sometimes put me in trouble so that I could get the experience that I need to come out. No, he is really he's a joy to work with, and he's an absolute treasure to the American theater. Absolute treasure.
It feels great. It feels like I'm coming back home in a way. I've done a lot of work since. This was my actually my first professional job that I ever got in 2014. And since then, I've done a lot of other work, and I feel like I've grown a lot. So coming back, I'm looking at the character, my character, through a new lens and through the growth that I have had throughout the years. And coming back and seeing everybody, the original cast, with the exception of Common, it feels great. And then Common is also such a humble and like hardworking person that it makes sense. Like this cast is amazing. It feels really good.
It feels like coming home because when we were doing the play the first time around, Stephen Adley Girgis, the playwright, was still he was still working on it, and he was still fine tuning things here and there. So he really felt like a part of the process. We all did, and we felt like a family. So coming home to family is the way it feels now. And now, all these years later, we have time to reflect on certain things. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this. I didn't realize that. As much as we played it back then, and we love playing it, you're discovering new things. So it's exciting. Plus, also we have Rashid Common has joined the cast, and he came in like I think he might have come in like oh my gosh, I'm coming into this family and I don't know anybody. But no, it's like he came in ready to go, and we're just like, come on, pal. And he's like, he's doing phenomenal work.
He is a dream come true, and honestly, his presence for all of us has like brought out so many discoveries in the play. I mean, I understand my relationship with Junior in a way that I had never understood it before. So I think he's just like a necessary breath of fresh air and a force, and people are gonna love him.
To come in and be embraced was really cool. To get the respect from them meant something to me, and for them to like offer advice and inspiration is meant something too. It means something, and it's just I feel like I'm part of this company. Like I'm like, oh man, it's just a new level for me, and to receive that love from such talented people, but good people, it's just made me want to be better and want to deliver.
It's great because Steven has written something that he always wants you to excavate, find the nuance, and go deeper. Of course, there's plenty of crazy. Crazy is in the title. But 8 years later, with what we've been through individually and as a nation, it's not remounting it, it's rebuilding it. And so with this cast that is just my dream cast, there's so much love here. You have the safety to do it.
I want them to take away all of the humor. I want them to be laughing and smiling at the end. I want them to get all of the humanity of the reality of these characters, the relationships that, which I believe Stephen Adley Girgis is so great at doing. The complicated relationships, the nuance of the relationships. They're just I don't know. There's a certain amount of buffoonery and there's a certain amount of seriousness.
When you see these characters, you see their humanity and you see their choices and you see their pain and you see their struggles. And I would love for the audience to look at these characters from a broader point of view and not just say, oh, this person is a bad person. No, what made this person go through this? What made this person get to this point in life? What were the circumstances that made this person arrive into committing these choices and stuff like that. You know, we are complex, beautiful human beings, and we make sometimes bad choices, but sometimes we make great choices. And let's commend the good choices more than the bad choices.
People that we love are not perfect because we're not perfect. And true love comes in being able to love those imperfections in people that we care about. And like we all going through different things and try to be understanding with one another. That means whether it's our children, our parents, our aunts, cousins, friends, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, ex-partners, and even a stranger. Just try to be understanding and caring and compassionate. I hope people walk away with more compassion.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz.